Welcome to our channel. It's the Unicorn Astro channel, and this is my new chapter, shall we call it, in this channel of the English-speaking interpretation of the astrological placements, and with, of course, the help of tarot. So please welcome this chapter, and please let me know if you like it. Please let me know if it helps you. Leave any kind of comment you would like. I would love to read your ideas and your reactions. And also, if you do like the videos, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so that we become even more. So as you see, it's a quite different setting. I'm not quite sure if we will keep it like this or if we will change it, but I need to address one thing. The English-speaking astrology report with tarot and with oracles will be made from for the weeks starting on Mondays and finishing on Sundays. The Greek-speaking reports and analysis will be made as the months go, from the beginning of the month, first of the month, until the end of the month every time, as in, to be more exact. For example, for February, the Greek-speaking ones will be from 1st of February until the 6th, and from the 7th until the 13th, and so on and so forth. So it might be, for this week at least, it will be from Thursday until the next Wednesday, because that's how it went with the Greek one. The English-speaking one will be, quite possibly it will continue like this, from Monday to the next Sunday. So do let me know if this interests you, if you find it interesting, if you find it something that you would like to get used to, something that you would like to watch. And let's begin so that I don't spend your time talking. First of all, as we always do, we will take a look at the planetary movements, and we're talking, of course, from Monday the 29th until the 4th of February. So we are in the week where the full moon has occurred, where the moon is slowly getting smaller, where we're going to the new moon for the 10th of February. In that week, though, what we do have, and I need to make sure that I speak for, is on Tuesday that Mars is making a very nice trine with Uranus, 19th degree of Capricorn to 19th degree of Taurus. And of course, Uranus has turned direct, and he, as a planet, I'm calling it a he anyway, and Uranus comes up to be direct and actually leaves the 19th degree and 5 seconds, I would say, on the 31st, on Wednesday. But on these days, we have Uranus trining Mars and trining, of course, Mercury. And because Mercury is making a very nice conjunction to Mars, it can be that from Sunday, I would say, but Sunday, Monday, and the following days, it would be a very good idea to think before you speak, think before you act. Don't allow your impulsiveness, and my message is coming in, just tell me that this is exactly what I need to be talking about. Don't allow your impulsiveness to deter you, or detour you, as you would like to say, from your goals. Don't allow your impulsiveness to make you speak roughly or speak without thinking and burning some bridges that you don't want to burn. Take care on that. Because Uranus is the planet of revolution. It's the planet of turning things around in unexpected ways in order to make something happen. And unless you are in the mood of changing everything, you need to be very, very careful on how you react, on how you act in those days, and on how you answer to people. So take care about that. Second thing, and that's the main thing, as I said, second thing, we have nothing that I have put on, but I would say that second thing is for next week. It doesn't matter, but it would be, yes, the apologies for the waiting, guys. I'm just trying to find it. Of course, we've talked about Pluto in Aquarius. Of course, you would know about it. But the next thing, yes, I just found it, is the moon in Libra on next Thursday, the 1st of the month. On Thursday, the moon is making a very crucial, I would say, transition, because she will be on the 19th degree of Libra, meeting up with the South Node. And while meeting with the South Node, and that's from Wednesday to Thursday, while meeting on the South Node, of course, she's opposite the North Node, and of course, she's making a square to Mars. That square to Mars is speaking about the struggle between our fears and our drive, and the essence of the female energy that requires to be heard. And as the moon is in Libra, it's speaking through our connections, through the way we act in our connections. So be careful a bit how you act, how you react in the whole next week, and take a look at what you need to let go of. Take a look at where you want to move forward to, because the South Node of the moon speaks about things that we need to let go of, things that we bring with us from past lives that we need to learn and let go of. To put it in other words, it's like the messages, the lessons you have learned in elementary school, you cannot be using them in your middle school. Yes, you will take the essence of math, but you will need to elaborate on those basic knowledge, on that basic knowledge of math. You will need to become more proficient on math on the next niche, so to speak, on the next not echelon, how can I say it, on the next level that you're going through with your education. So in the same way, You will need to let go of some things that have been holding you back and see how you can utilize the knowledge, the wisdom, the lessons you have learned and bring them forward into the next level that you're going to. I do believe those are the few things that are happening for this week because, as I said, the major things are coming next week with the new moon because Chiron, the wounded healer, is going to be meeting up with the North Node. And of course, we'll have Uranus moving forward from the 19th degree of Taurus, but that's not happening until March. But at least he is moving forward. And of course, from next week, we will be talking about Mars moving into Aquarius together with Venus, together with Mercury, and meeting there with the Sun and with Pluto, of course. So this will be happening from next week. But for now, that's the part of the astrological review, so to speak. Next part, and I'm taking this away. Next part, we of course have the tarot, and I have them here. I just didn't spread them yet. So we're starting with the Chariot in reverse. And as we all know, the Chariot speaks about Cancer. The sign of Cancer speaks about Saturn because of the number 7. The Chariot is the 7th card of the major arcana. And it's followed by the Lover's card upright. I'm hoping that you can see the cards. If not, do let me know in the comments and I will find a way to show them much better for you. So the Chariot, 2 major arcanas to start with in the cards for this week. The Chariot in reverse and the Lovers upright. And it feels to me with these just 2 cards, just to start with, that we are at a point where we need to make a decision, but we need to be careful because the decision that comes up, we need to make it while being very balanced, emotionally balanced. The Chariot is the card that speaks about emotional balance, about being certain about the way you want to go. And as you see here, because the card that we're using, the deck that we're using is from the Slavic legends, the card here has 2 birds that are trying to fly. One, I think it's not a dove, I think it's an owl, and the other one is a raven. But the form that is using those birds is not very stable, as you see it. But as it's in reverse, it's even worse. So make sure you find your balance, you know where you want to go before you make a decision, before you settle yourself to a decision and to a way of moving forward to your target. Make sure. Next part, we have the 2 of coins in reverse. And the 2 of coins in reverse speaks, to me at least, about the need to find balance. So it's another card of duality. We have 3 cards of duality with the essence of 2, because we have 2 of the birds, we have the 2 lovers, we have the 2 of coins. So we need to find balance between 2 parts of ourselves. And we're continuing with the 2 of wands in reverse. So it feels like we only have one road. We cannot really take a detour. I was speaking about that in the beginning with the astrological review. We cannot take a detour. There is only one road ahead of us. We cannot turn backwards. There is no second road that leads somewhere else. It's one road and we need to take it and we need to move forward with it. And I'm hoping that it makes sense to you. Next card is the King of Cups upright. And the King of Cups, of course, speaks about being able to deal with even the more turbulent emotions. It's a card that speaks of the water signs of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And for some reason here, the essence of what I'm getting for this King of Cups is the essence of Scorpio. And that comes to verify it with the Death card right after, upright as well. The Death card is a card of Scorpio. And as you can see, we have three major arcanas. The Death card speaks about a very big, huge, important change, a very important metamorphosis, a very important, not revolution exactly, but reorganization of things. The essence I'm getting here is that we all as a community, all as Earth, as people of the Earth, we need to make a choice, and that's been dealt with on the top, on the first four cards. We need to make a choice on how we are going to move forward from here on, from now on. And we cannot make this choice unless we are balanced, unless we know who we are as individuals. And the King of Cups with the Death card tells you find your inner, authentic, new self and make sure you take off all of the covers that you used until now, because you cannot use them anymore because they've been suffocating you. So you need to open up and allow your inner self, your true self, to come out. You need to let go of any idea, really, or any sort of lesson that you've learned that is not really helping you move forward, that is not aligned with your true self. And that starts with your own inner self coming out for each one of us. We as people, we cannot move to the next level unless we have let go of the clothes that were worn to us from others so that we could fit in to whatever idea others had for us. And I'm hoping that this makes sense. Next card we have is the Three of Swords in reverse. And of course, everyone will tell you that the Three of Swords is a dreaded card to have on tarot, to have in a reading. But in reverse and in the way that it's coming up, it speaks about healing. It speaks about being able to deal with the trauma, to see the trauma and to embrace the pain and the trauma and actually allow it to heal. The idea that came up to me, at least at this moment, is that until now, we have, as a community, been trying to make the trauma we had, all of us individually, not visible. And in that way, we have been trying to cover it with clothes or with makeup or with dust or with anything that we could find, dirt or cement or whatever anyone had. Uh, how do we say that? Had at hand. So at this moment in time, and because at the end of the deck I have the Ace of Cups in reverse, and it's not weird that under the Ace of Cups in reverse I have the Two of Cups in reverse. Let me show it to you. To me, these cards speak about the need to face the healing, the need to face the trauma that we have due to our connections to other people. And I've been talking about this in here, I believe. So it's a monumental time for people as a community to change the way we are dealing with our trauma. There is no further need to cover it, because unless we open it up and unless we clean it up, it cannot heal. That's the main issue for any trauma. So this is the message until now, that we are coming towards the end of covering up the trauma and the beginning of allowing it to breathe and to heal. And the last card is the Ten of Cups in reverse, which of course speaks about not being able to, how do we say it? Not being able to have the total happiness that we deserve, that we want, that we have tried so hard for. And that is because, quite simply, we need to make the decision to allow ourselves to be happy. No one can make us happy unless we make ourselves happy. And as I explain that, I would like to have one card from the Druidic deck that I have from my friend Zoe Hind. You can find her on YouTube. You can find her on Facebook and on Instagram. She makes beautiful astrology analysis weekly videos. So you can give her a follow. You can take a look at her content and see if it works for you. And I would like to have one card, please. When it comes up, I will explain what this is. Thank you. And we have the beautiful ash that says, I plant my roots deeply so I can grow tall. If that is not speaking about a renewal and of taking a look at where you're taking your nutrition from, that's the essence, I feel, of this week, because we're going towards Imbolc. So make sure that you know where you're taking your nourishment from. Make sure you know what ideas you allow to take root inside of you. Make sure that you don't just follow blindly anyone that tells you something different or something catchy. And take a look at where you want to get to. Where is your target? What is your target? Where do you want to reach to? And I have 3 cards from the Moonology manifestation deck, and I'm going to show them to you right now. It's the last quarter moon in Aries. That happens chronologically after the full moon in Capricorn, which is in Cancer season. And it speaks about work through your feelings. As in, work through your feelings, it doesn't mean to not see your feelings, not to feel what you're feeling, but to work through them, to see why you're feeling that way, why you are reacting in that way. What is it that triggered the specific feeling? Let me put it here, and I'm hoping that you can see them. If not, let me just lower these ones, and we'll bring the others a bit lower as well. And I'm hoping that this is better for everyone to see the cards and be much more comfortable. And the next one we have is the full moon in Sagittarius. Full moon in Sagittarius happens about May to June, when it's the season of Gemini. So I feel that we have kind of a pattern here for something that starts now. And of course it says, see the bigger picture. So work through your feelings, take a look at why you're feeling in that way, why you're being triggered in that way, and see the bigger picture. See what happens beyond what the trigger was. Was the trigger made so that you would see what you needed to heal? Because usually that's how it happens. See what you need to heal, and the last card is the last quarter moon in Capricorn. And the last quarter moon in Capricorn happens in the full moon in Aries, which happens usually in September to October, Libra season. And the next Libra season, we also have an eclipse, a lunar eclipse, if I'm not very wrong, a lunar eclipse. And that happens on the 18th, I think. No, it's the beginning of October, so it must be around the 3rd of October that this happens, because on the 18th, if I'm not wrong, we have the new moon. So I'll check it, but it's either the 3rd of October or the 18th of October that it's also an eclipse. And this happens about a week after. So about the 25th of October, if I'm not wrong, something like that. So I'll let you know of the exact timing, but what comes up here is that whatever starts now is a trigger to allow you to work in your trauma, to take a look at the whole of the trauma, and to allow yourself to leave the past behind, as the card of the last quarter moon in Capricorn says. Leave the past behind. So take a good look at what is triggering you. Take a good look at why you feel triggered by specific things and how those things are being translated in yourself, and how those things might be triggering you in order to release and let go of things from the past, things that have been holding you like a prisoner in a past way of thinking, in a non-authentic way of dealing with things and with life. because from now onwards, with Pluto in Aquarius, and of course you will know that Pluto is going to be moving back into Capricorn from September until November of 2024, before he goes back into Aquarius for the next about 20 years. But it's not to take us back, as the song goes, to the past trauma. It's to make sure we cleared everything that needed to be cleared, so that we can start new, so we can start fresh, so that we can allow the water of the source, the emotion from the source, the clarity from the source, to drench us, to cleanse us, to revive us. That's the main thing. And I'm hoping that I didn't confuse you, and that this was a nice, how do we say it, a nice break from your everyday. So do let me know if you find this interesting and if you would like this to continue. Make sure you like the video and you subscribe to the channel, and more are here to, and more will be coming. So as I said, expect these videos to continue weekly, and to be online hopefully Sunday to Monday every week. We'll be exploring the astrological aspects and tarot and oracle for the week from Monday until Sunday. And do let me know if you would like to see some English pick cards as well. Also, I would love to have your criticism and your feedback on the videos that I make, either the Astro Oracle here, that's how I'm going to name it, I think, or the pick cards, or even the Greek ones if you listen to the Greek ones as well. Let me know how you think, how you feel, how this seems to you, and how you received it. And I'm hoping to see you again soon. Take care of yourselves. All the best, my lovelies.